Alright, so the NBA Finals start tonight between the Denver Nuggets and the Miami Heat. The Denver Nuggets got to the finals by beating the Minnesota Timberwolves in 5 games, the Phoenix Suns in 6 games, and sweeping the Lakers. Well, the Miami Heat beat the Milwaukee Bucks in 5 games, the New York Knicks in 6 games, and the Boston Celtics in 7 games. And with beating the Bucks and the Celtics, Miami beat 2 of the title favorites this year. And in this run, they became the second team in NBA history to make the NBA Finals as an 8th seed. Having swept the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals, the Denver Nuggets are the much more rested team. And with Denver being the 1 seed, while Miami is the 8th seed, the Nuggets are the heavy favorites in the series. I wanted this to be a shorter video, so I won't go too much in depth on each team, but I will go over the key players and important matchups I see that could play out in this series. Now, Denver, of course, will be led by their 2-time MVP, Nikola Jokic, who somehow is having an even better postseason than his regular season, as he has been averaging a triple-double so far. Where Jokic may not be the best defender, on offense, he is able to make everyone around him better. They will also be led by Jamal Murray, who has had good playoff runs in the past, especially when the playoffs were in the bubble, but hasn't played the last couple postseasons due to injury. But depending on how he plays in the finals, he could be nationally seen as a star. The Nuggets will need good defense from Aaron Gordon and timely scoring from Michael Porter Jr. Other than that, Denver's role players will just have to play their game. And the Miami Heat will be led by their star, Jimmy Butler, who has always been one of the historically great playoff performers. Jimmy Butler is going to have one of the greatest NBA Finals performances of all time for the Heat to win the finals, as their supporting cast is not the greatest. That being said, Jimmy Butler was able to bring the Heat this far. So what's stopping him from winning? As for other Heat players, Bam Adebayo has got to perform better than he did in the Eastern Conference Finals. He will have an important matchup guarding Nikola Jokic in this series. And offensively, he will need to put pressure on Nikola Jokic. And with the Heat starting 3 undrafted players, they need to have their known talent play well. And I believe this coaching matchup is a big mismatch. Even though Mike Malone is a good coach, I believe that Eric Spoelstra is either 1 or 2 on the greatest coaches of all time. It's either him or Greg Popovich. And with the way he is able to change tactics in a game and throughout a series, could play a big factor in the finals. But the Nuggets have the much more talented starting lineup, and they play perfectly together. I believe that Miami's luck has run out in these playoffs. But I still think Spoelstra's coaching will still help him win a couple games. So I am going to pick Denver in 6. I might be wrong, but that's my thoughts on the series.